It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the films of January 11th, 2002. Only 2 movies to look at today, so we can get through this pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and take a look at the biggest new release of the weekend, if you will, and that is Colin Hanks and Jack Black in the comedy Orange County.
When Sean Brother got rejected from college, his girlfriend wouldn't give in.
My friend's grandfather's on the board at Stanford. Can't you see I'm busy? Sean's my boyfriend, and I would do anything to help him. Even break a promise to you. Remember prom night? Hi, Grammy. It's Tanya.
And his brother wouldn't give up.
Hello, Stanford admission.
Loosen it up.
You like what you see? You know you do.
Orange County, rated PG-13. Starts tomorrow.
So Orange County is the story of this local surfer kid played by Colin Hanks, who's from Orange County, who dreams of going to Stanford to become a writer to get away from his dysfunctional family household. Except Sean runs into one complication after another, starting with his application being rejected after his dim-witted guidance counselor sends the wrong application. So Sean goes to great lengths, with a little help from his girlfriend Ashley, played by Shyler Fisk from Snow Day, and his drugged-out loser buddy Lance, played by Jack Black, to get into Stanford any way they see fit. This is directed by Jake Kasdan, who had done one movie before this, Zero Effect, and this was written by Mike White, who you now know as a prolific writer of many different things. I mean, he started his career off writing stuff like Dead Man on Campus, Chuck and Buck, and he would later go on to write Jack Black's big hit that made him a star with School of Rock the next year. But nowadays, you know him for his work on Enlightened on HBO, as well as The White Lotus now, and he's done a ton of recent work for Illumination, including the recently released Migration and the soon-to-be released, as of the time of recording this, Despicable Me 4. Talented guy all around, so there is a lot of talent all throughout the movie here, including the cast itself, not just including Hanks, Black, and Fisk, but Catherine O'Hara, John Lithgow, Harold Ramis, Jane Addams, Gary Marshall, Chevy Chase, Dana Ivey, Lily Tomlin, Leslie Mann, who coincidentally was in another movie that was very similar to this, Stealing Harvard, later on in the year. Pretty good cast all around here, and a lot of the same people worked on the show Undeclared, which was a criminally underrated show made by a lot of the same people who also did the other criminally underrated show Freaks and Geeks, which also, again, lasted 1 season. And, coincidentally, that came out around the same time this movie did, so, a lot of coincidences all throughout this, But yeah, this is one of those movies where, kind of like with a lot of some of the other dumb comedies we've talked about, like How High and Dude, Where's My Car? This is one of those movies where you think it's dead on arrival. It's a movie being released in the dumping ground of January. The studio probably didn't believe in it. And quite the opposite, because the movie actually is a lot funnier than I gave it credit for. It's a movie that actually kind of holds up better as time goes on. And I think it is because of the writing of Mike White and the fact that you have a pretty solid cast all around here. You know, Colin Hanks kind of gets a bad rap as an actor overall, but I don't know. I think he's been some stuff that's actually been pretty funny, and this is one where he's actually pretty good in it. And Jack Black in this could have easily been very annoying, but he surprisingly makes the role work. And I do wonder whatever happened to Shyler Fisk. She hasn't really done anything of noteworthiness since this, as far as I know, because I don't know. I'm kind of curious now. I don't know if she's done anything since then. Well, she's gone on. I see here she's gone on to become a musician, and I guess that's maybe where she took a lot of her time and credit off to that, because yeah, she hasn't done anything of true noteworthiness in terms of film. The only real exception I see here is The Best of Me, which did get a wide release, but it's The Best of Me. It's one of those Nicholas Sparks movies, and not one of the good ones, but it does look like she's had a successful career in music, so maybe she just decided, hey, she's better off doing music instead of acting in most movies and TV shows. But then again, I see that she's been in a couple of episodes of Fear the Walking Dead and Castle Rock as well, so I don't know. But yeah, this was the last real big thing I ever saw her in terms of a movie where she's part of the advertising. But overall, it is a really funny movie. It's one of those ones where, from the looks of it, it looks like a film that should be dead on arrival, but it's one of those ones where the comedy does work, the writing is very good, the direction by Jake Kasdan is very good as well. He does have a good connection with Jack Black, as you see with the Jumanji movies as well. It's a pretty solid movie, man. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed this one. I thought it was going to be one of those movies where I liked it as a kid, but it's going to get dated pretty quickly and not be as funny as I remembered. It actually has gotten a lot funnier since the last time I saw it, and I don't know. I really think it's actually worth a watch. If you're looking for a comedy that actually is kind of underrated, this is definitely one you might want to check out. Especially if you want to see some early works by the director Jake Kasdan and the writer Mike White, and also as well as Colin Hanks and Jack Black as well. Yeah, Orange County's pretty good. I recommend it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last one we have for this week, and that is Brotherhood of the Wolf.
To face your darkest fear. For two men are about to confront pure evil. Discover the secret of the Brotherhood of the Wolf. Rated R. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Another one of those movies where I heard a lot about it, but never really ever saw the movie. And, it's one of those ones that nobody really ever says, you need to see this movie. But the story here takes place in 18th century France, where the Chevalier de Fronsac and many of the Iroquois tribe are sent to investigate the mysterious slaughter of hundreds by an unknown creature in the country of Givaudan. So from the looks of it, I think it's... So from the sound of it, it looks like a period piece I'd say Wolverine, a period piece Wolfman movie, but I don't know. I mean, I've never actually seen this movie, so I can't really say for certain what this movie actually ended up becoming. But then again, I noticed that the director of this also did Silent Hill, which, it's not a great video game adaptation, but it does get the look and feel of Silent Hill down in terms of the visual look of the film. Script-wise, not so much. But this, you got some decent actors in here: Monica Bellucci, Vincent Cassel. But, yeah, this is one of those ones where I really have never seen this movie, nor have I really ever had the urge to go see it. I've never heard anybody say, you need to check this movie out. And, I mean, I don't know. Some of the action sequences in here look pretty good from the stuff that I have seen. You got some animatronics and puppets from Jim Henson's Creature Shop used in this as well, as a mix of combination CGI. And I guess this was still kind of that time we could still use practical and CG and mesh it together, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But other than that, though, I really do not know too much else about this movie. I've never seen it before, so I can't really say if it's any good or not, which is, quite honestly, something I haven't said in a while about a specific movie, because I've seen most of these movies coming from 2000 and 2001. This is the first one I think I've seen in a while that I can honestly say I have not seen, so yeah, I don't know if it's any good or not. It's got some positive reviews, so maybe it is worth it, but I've just never had the real urge to go check it out myself, so... Not much more to say about that one. That is Brotherhood of the Wolf. So on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies, and the next time we meet, two more movies to look at, including Cuba Gooding Jr. in Disney's Snow Dogs, one that I do remember seeing in the theater. Chances are, I liked it back in the day. Chances are it's probably not going to hold up with time, but you never know. We'll see what happens when we talk about it. We'll also talk about State Property as well. So two films we'll look at next time. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the place on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. Now, don't go too far away, because coming up after I post this episode of Time About the Movies, on Time About the Movies Flashback, we're going to go to the beginning of June of 1988 with 3 films to look at, including the breakout film for Tom Hanks, that's Big, Chevy Chase's new comedy of the summer, Funny Farm, and also the decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years. So we will take a look at all 3 of those movies, and we will do just that right after this.